Hello everyone, welcome back to ABC English Story. Today we have a story about trust and betrayal. It's a powerful tale. Listen carefully to the words. Try to understand the feelings of the main character. This story is about revenge, but it also asks, what is the real cost of revenge? Let's begin. The phone screen glowed. It was late night. Mark was sleeping next to me. His breathing was slow. I could not sleep. My mind was very busy. I took his phone. I just wanted to see the time. That was a lie. I saw the messages. They were from Emily. Emily was my best friend. My stomach felt sick. The messages were not about work. They were not about plans. They were different words. Soft words. Secret words. I miss you already. Friday will be fun. She doesn't know anything. I could not breathe well. It was not just one message. There were many messages. They started weeks ago. There were pictures too. First, they looked normal. Then, they were not normal. My best friend and my husband. They had a secret life. A life hidden from me. My world felt broken. The house felt cold and empty. We built this life together. Mark and I. 15 years. We had a small house. We had a yard. 2 dogs lived with us. I loved my garden. Emily was always part of our life. She came for dinner on Sundays. We had parties. We talked late at night. She was like family. Now, these words, this betrayal, hurt so much. It was like a deep cut. It was not just the cheating, it was the lie. Their secret made everything feel false. Everything I thought was real felt fake. The hurt was a bad wound. It poisoned everything. I did not wake Mark up. I did not shout. I just stayed there. The phone felt heavy. The blue light was on the ceiling. The pain inside me was real. It was hot and sharp. But something else grew too. Something cold. Something hard. The next days were strange. I felt like a ghost. I smiled. I cooked dinner. I talked about the weather. Mark did not see me. Emily did not see me. They were in their own world. Their secret world. This feeling helped me. The anger, the hurt, it all became a plan. A quiet plan. I would not make a big scene. I would not cry to them. I would make them understand. Make them feel. Just a little of my pain. The plan became clear slowly. It grew in the quiet times. It was simple. It was cruel. It was perfect. It used their own lies. I made a new email address. It sounded like a business email. Then I wrote 2 emails. 1 email for Mark, 1 email for Emily. To Mark, I wrote about a new client. A big client, from out of town. He needed to meet, quietly. The email named a restaurant, the Gilded Fork. We went there for our anniversaries. It was nice, not too expensive. Good for a business dinner. I suggested Friday night, 7 o'clock. I wrote that the client would be waiting. The name was Mr. Sterling. To Emily, I wrote like a job company. A great job chance. A manager job. High salary. I said I saw her profile online. I said she was very good. She needed an easy meeting. Also at the Gilded Fork, Friday night, 7 o'clock. I told her to ask for Ms. Dubois. I sent the emails. I used a computer at the public library. I made sure the computer forgot I was there. I used only cash. I booked a small table for myself. My table was near the back. I could see the door from there. I could see other tables too. Friday arrived. The air felt heavy. Mark seemed busy. He was singing a little. Emily sent me a text. She asked about my day. She asked about coffee next week. Each message felt like a new cut. I kept my face calm. My voice was normal. I got to the Gilded Fork early. It was before 7 p.m. I sat at my table. I ordered wine. I did not drink it. I just watched. More people came in. The music was soft. Forks and knives made noise. It sounded like a fast drum in my ears. It was 7:05. Emily came in first. She looked nice. She wore a good dress. Maybe she felt hopeful. A worker showed her to a table. It was in the back. She sat down. She looked around. She was looking for Ms. Dubois. It was 7:10. Mark came in. He wore his suit. He had not worn it for months. He looked around the room. He seemed a little nervous. The worker talked to him. He pointed. He pointed to Emily's table. My heart beat very fast. This was the time. He walked to Emily's table. She looked up. She looked surprised. She looked confused. They said a few words. Their faces showed their shock. Mark probably said, "Emily? Why are you here?" Emily probably said, "Mark, I am meeting someone. Why are you here?" The worker left them standing there. They looked very uncomfortable. They did not look happy to see each other. Not like in the messages. No kind smiles. Just confusion. Then they looked scared. They knew it was a trick. Someone planned this. But who? They must have wondered. I stood up from my table. I walked slowly to them. Every step felt important. My legs felt heavy. But my thoughts were clear. They saw me. The color left their faces. They looked guilty, shocked, scared. All of it was there. You could see it. I stopped near their table. I did not shout. I did not cry. My voice was quiet, like a normal talk. "Mr. Sterling could not come tonight," I said. I looked at Mark. Then I looked at Emily. "Ms. Dubois could not come either." They were totally silent. The noise of the restaurant was far away. Only us. Them, in their lie. Me, showing the truth. "It's funny," I said. My voice was still soft. "You both had plans tonight. Secret plans. Just like your secret friendship." I stopped talking for a moment. Let the word friendship feel ugly and heavy. Emily started to speak softly. "My name? An excuse?" I stopped her. "Don't," I said. "Don't say anything. I saw them. All of it." I looked into their eyes. First one, then the other. I wanted them to feel seen. Really seen. For the first time in a long time, the air felt sharp, full of hard feelings, broken trust. I did not need to say more. My plan was the message. I took their hidden world. I put it in the light, in a real place, a public place. I stood there for a moment more. Let them feel bad. There was no happy feeling for me. No winning feeling. Just empty. A big cold place where my life used to be. Revenge did not feel good. It felt empty. It did not fix anything. It just broke more things. I turned away. I walked out. I did not look back at them. They were sitting there, facing each other. At a table for people who were not real. The night air touched my face. It was cool. Clean. But inside, I felt dirty. The revenge was finished. They knew now. But what did I get? My husband was gone. My best friend was gone. My life, my old life, was finished. The pain was still there. Maybe it felt worse now. It felt bitter. The price to make them hurt was paid. Paid with my own sadness. It was a very high price. I stood on the street. I was alone. I was not sure it was worth it. The story of my life was not over. But the part where I felt like I won? That part ended when I walked away. The feeling that stayed was not happiness. It just stayed. A dark shadow. I knew it would stay with me for a long, long time. That is the end of our story for today. It shows that hurting others often hurts us too. Think about the choices the character made. Was she right? What would you do? Thank you for listening. Please like this video if you enjoyed the story. Subscribe to ABC English Story for more tales. See you next time.